The Lumia range was somewhat of a lifeline for struggling Nokia, and now into its second phase, everyone's favourite Finns are looking to carry on the success with the Nokia Lumia 820, the second in command to the new Lumia range. If at any point you want to know more, just click the Phones for You logo to be taken through to our website. Compared to the Lumia 800, the 820 is an altogether different customer in terms of its design. Measuring in at 7.3mm taller and wider, the new boy is a much boxier looking affair. But despite the negative connotations, this is actually a good thing, and the design improves the feel and fit of the device as a whole. Of course, a large frame means a larger display, and you'll be hard pushed to want for more space from the expansive 4.3-inch AMOLED offering. The one drawback to the redesign is the extra weight, with an added 18 grams, meaning your pocket will certainly notice the difference. Weight aside, another striking thing about the Lumia 820 is its eye-catching colour, with the wild palette coming in the form of removable back covers. One of the first smartphones to reinvent the feature phone staple, the 820's back panel also comes with wireless charging capabilities, meaning that not only can you change them to suit your mood, but you can also juice your device without tangled cables. Of course, the biggest difference with this raft of Lumias is the Windows Phone 8 operating system, with the long-awaited platform finally getting its maiden airing on the Nokia devices. Visually, it looks pretty similar bar a few new colours, but the beauty lies in the improved customisation. Live tiles can now be resized to craft a home screen entirely of your creation, with just about anything now available in live tile format. Elsewhere, the much maligned Windows Phone Marketplace has had a name change and now goes by Windows Phone Store, with everything looking a lot tidier inside. Nokia's Apps Corner remains, but others are now better organised into free and paid sections. There's also the chance to try an app before you purchase, which is a nice touch, and the majority come with an unlimited trial period. Of course, the main criticism of the store was always a lack of apps, but with over 100,000 at current count, and with more being added at a rate of 350 per day according to Microsoft, that should be rectified when Windows Phone 8 finally kicks in. Elsewhere, things have generally been given either a polish or a minor update. Internet Explorer 10 arrives to provide a fast, reliable browsing experience and now allows for individual web pages to be pinned to the home screen. Another innovation is the Kids Corner feature, a way of letting your nippers get their hands on your phone without messing up your contacts, making calls or browsing the internet. Swipe the display to the right from the lock screen and you'll have a child-dedicated section that you can cram full of games and apps with your phone safely protected by a passcode. With a 1.5 GHz dual-core processor under the hood, there's more than enough power to help Windows Phone 8 along. Despite initially saying it would never entertain the idea of multi-core, Nokia has relented and the Lumia 820 reaps the rewards, with transitions and apps loading with ease. The 820 also benefits from a micro SD card and thus has an expandable memory of up to 32 GB, building on the 8 GB standard space. When combined with 7 GB of free SkyDrive space, it means you'll be hard pushed to use up all your memory. One of Nokia's main shouts in the run-up to launch was its City Lens app, a digital guide that uses the camera to produce a virtual reality head-up display. Using GPS to pull in attractions, restaurants and activities in your area, City Lens displays all this in a cool little virtual map. Tap on a particular location and you'll be given its info and will also have the option to navigate to it. Whilst it's impressive and a great thing to show your mates, aside from the virtual reality factor, it's not a great deal different from Microsoft's Local Scout app. What's more, you can't help but think you'd feel a bit of a Burke using it in a crowded street. Of course, Nokia is most proud of its camera heritage and announced a massive raft of developments in this field for the Lumia 920. Unfortunately, the 820 only receives a few of these in the form of the new lenses function, a novel way of adding filters and effects to your images. This is a pretty decent development and will no doubt make up for the absence of Instagram on Windows Phone devices, but it's the genius new Smart Shoot mode that steals the camera show. Allowing you to cherry pick the best bits of images to create a new one, it will no doubt eradicate those troublesome group photo issues. Unfortunately, the overall performance of the camera is much less impressive, Close-up shots often suffer from blur even with the appropriate mode enabled, and the touch to focus often fails to rectify this. That said, general image capture is solid enough and regular scenes look sharp and pleasingly detailed, as with the crystal clear 1080p video capture. It's clear a lot of thought has been put into developing the Lumia range, and the 820 shows just the right amount of evolution to satisfy both new and existing customers. With Windows Phone 8 on board and a host of smart new features, there's more than enough to keep Nokia fans interested, whilst the bold colours and promise of something that little bit different will no doubt be enough to attract a new audience. And with an LTE 4G handset confirmed as well, it will certainly be a handset equipped for the future. Despite some quibbles over image quality, the 820 is, on the whole, a much more refined beast than its predecessors, and it proves a pleasure to use. Possessing a likability factor you just don't get with other handsets, the Nokia Lumia 820 has more than enough to make it stand out from the smartphone crowd.